Kate Czechowicz is an advocate and team member at A21, an international organization who aims at abolishing the modern-day slavery that is human trafficking. With offices all over the globe, A21 has countless people helping to reach those who are vulnerable and working with others who can help rescue those caught in slavery. They hope to free millions of people who are currently in danger all over the world. Please welcome Kate Czechowicz.
Kate Czechowicz, hi. So nice to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me, Pastor
And
Bobby.
it's such a great time to have you here, with everything that's happening in our society and in our world, to talk about a thing that I think a lot of people in modern America didn't know about until as recently as 10, 15 years ago. And that's the issue of human trafficking and slavery. First of all, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with this project and what you guys are doing at A21.
Yeah, great. My name is Kate, and I'm a privilege to be a part of the team at A21, where our mission, are you ready for this? It's a big one. It's to abolish slavery everywhere, forever. And I am so grateful to be a part of the team that just says, hey, this exists and we're gonna do something about it. And I love what our founder, Christine Kane, said, that not everybody can do everything, but everyone can do something. And I love that the something that I can do is to go and bring awareness about human trafficking and really mobilize people to understand that not only one, is it an issue, but that we're actually a part of the solution.
Now, a lot of people, who maybe haven't heard this before might be thinking, like, slavery, what do you mean? And a lot of times, because we picture slavery as, people working in fields or in houses, as it's been kind of through the Roman Empire, American slavery in our past. But that's not really always what it looks like anymore.
Yeah, so human trafficking really does take on various forms, and we do still have labor trafficking and the servitude that happens in households and different things, and we also have sex trafficking. And right now, just to put it in perspective, is that they're estimating over 40 million people are still enslaved today. And to put that in context and in perspective, they're saying that there's more enslaved people today than at any point of history up until this far.
And that's crazy, too, when you think, like, in the past, there have been entire economies of millions of people enslaved. We think of that as something that died in the 19th century. But there are more people in slavery today, and a lot of them are children.
A lot of them are children, and so human traffickers really want to exploit the vulnerable, and children are oftentimes the most vulnerable. And so what I love is that A21 has this focused approach of reach, rescue, and restore, where we say, hey, we know that human traffickers are out to get the vulnerable, so let's provide prevention. Let's bring awareness to this so that the vulnerable, the number decrease. And then we also have our child advocacy centers that are in Thailand and Cambodia that are very specific to helping children. So it's amazing.
Yeah, there are some really horrible stories in places like Thailand and Cambodia that you can read about. But tell us about you're doing one in Cambodia right now, aren't you?
Yeah, we just actually opened it, so we're super excited about that. And so it's called the Child Advocacy Center. And one of the biggest things about our Child Advocacy Center that is huge is that it takes in children and provides the nurture and the care and the safe place for them after they're rescued. And then another big part is that traffickers prey on children because they know that their testimony is oftentimes not going to be held up in court because it's so traumatic for the child to retell the story. And so we've partnered with law enforcement that provide resources for our social workers, our trained social workers, to be able to record those first initial testimonies of the children when they're in a safe place that then can be used in court, so the child isn't re-traumatized over and over again, and we can put those traffickers in jail.
Yeah, that's good. It's funny because when you talk about it, the police and others, many of them will do that rescue piece, but that's what I love about the restore piece too, that you also have the component of helping this child or woman get back like a normal life. I remember seeing that prostitutes and porn stars, for example, a lot of them were slaves in this sexual way. But then when they left, they were so broken that they didn't know a better way to make money or provide for themselves. So now they're doing it of their own free will, but they're still in a way stuck because nobody was there for them. And that's what you guys are doing in a way, right? You're helping to rebuild their soul.
Yeah, I love that, Pastor Bobby. And that's the thing with trafficking victims who become survivors, is there's often a chance for them to be re-trafficked. And so what I love is that A21 has freedom centers, what we call freedom centers around the globe, that has the opportunity to assist survivors. And it's a really comprehensive approach where we say this is an individual that has a story, that has specific needs, that has specific goals. And so what services can we provide to them so that they can live the life that they were intended to have all along? And so we are so excited to celebrate that in the last year, we just had our 1,000th survivor come through our freedom centers and our care. So we're super excited about that.
Wow, that's great news. Well, Kate Czechowicz from A21, we're just so excited about what you're doing. We are grieving for what's going on in the world, but we're glad that there are people like you that are advocating for those who have been forgotten or abused. How can we help you?
That is a great question. I think the biggest thing right off the bat is just to remember that you are a part of the solution, that there's nothing that you can't do. You can do something, and so we would encourage you to just be aware first and foremost. If you walked in and you didn't know, or you're listening and you're like, I didn't know about this, now you take that first step. What's the next step in awareness? We love that we have something called our Walk for Freedom that happens globally, and it's the biggest anti-trafficking, anti-slavery walk that happens. We were in over 500 cities this last year, and so that's a great way for you to say, where in my community is that happening? Where can I go right in and be a part of raising awareness? Get involved in your local task force if you can, and then you can be a direct sponsor of freedom and really help rescue and restore women, children, and men all over the globe. So you are a part of the solution. Don't forget that.
And Christine Kane, your colleague in ministry and founder, will be here next week speaking.
Yes, she will.
And so I'm sure we'll hear a lot. Yeah, it will be awesome, and we'll be able to hear more about it. But Kate Czechowicz, thank you so much. A21, we appreciate all the work you're doing. We're praying for you. We're going to support you financially, any way that we can, to be behind everything you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Kate.
Thank you.
Bless you.